Hi there, welcome back to the class. Today in this class, we'll be learning about some rules pertaining to the correct usage of the pronouns. Let's start the session. So before we start learning about the rules, let's try to answer this question. How would the questions on pronouns be in competitive exams like CAT, banking, railways, SSC and other exams like groups? See, you would be given a sentence wherein pronouns be wrongly used and we need to correct them. Simple. Just like nouns. You will find pronouns in the sentence and these pronouns are wrongly used. And what we are supposed to do, we need to correct it. That's all. So let's start understanding the correct usage of pronouns. So before that, let's understand what is basically a pronoun. A pronoun is something that is used instead of a noun. For example, Ravi is an engineer and Ravi lives in Delhi. So here in this statement, Ravi has got repeated twice. So actually you need to understand that pronouns are used to avoid the repetition of nouns. Look at the example here. Ravi is an engineer and he lives in Delhi. So here I have used he to avoid the repetition of the noun called Ravi. So Ravi is an engineer and he lives in Delhi sounds more natural and appropriate. So types of pronouns. There are different types of pronouns: personal pronouns, demonstrative, distributive, indefinitive, interrogative, and relative. So personal pronouns are I, we, you, they, he, she, it. They are known as personal pronouns. Demonstrative, this, that, these, those, and such. Distributive, each, either, and neither. These are some of the examples of distributive pronouns. Indefinitive, one, some, none, any. Interrogative, what, which, who, and those. Whose. Relative, which, who, and that. These are the types. You will not be asked any questions to write about the types, but these pronouns be used in the sentences wrongly, and you will be given such sentences and we need to correct them. Fine. Let's understand the rules now. Rule number 1. So before I actually believe in inductive method, wherein I would be giving the examples first and then we'll discuss the rules. So here there is a question for you. The manager and the team members had a serious debate about the consequences caused by the pandemic, and the manager warned that there will be a layoff in the company. So here you can see THEY, they. Okay, that is a pronoun. Okay, I told you there are some personal pronouns, and here you can see here the list of personal pronouns: I, we, you, they. And in this sentence we have used THEY, they, which is a personal pronoun. And is it correctly used or not? We need to check. So to understand the correct usage, you need to know the difference between subjective and objective case here. There are some cases called subjective and objective. So to understand what is subjective, look at this example. The manager warned they. So in this statement, warned is the verb. Okay. And something that precedes the verb is actually called as subject. Something that comes before the verb is called as subject. Here in this sentence, the manager is the subject and they, which is after the verb, is actually called as object. So subject is the manager and object is they. Okay. So you need to know that these personal pronouns have different cases. Okay. Subjective and objective. So subjective cases are I, we, you, they, he, she, it. And the objective cases of I, we, you, they are, for I, it is me, we, us, you, they, them, he, him, and she, objective is her, and for it, the objective case is it. Okay. So here the problem is, you are supposed to use an objective case pronoun after the verb, but here the subjective case is used. So the correct answer is the manager warned them. It's not warned they. Okay. So the rule number 1 is you need to know the difference between subjective and objective cases. Next question. Question number 2. The teacher said that each of these boys had completed their task successfully. Now here you have used another pronoun, THEIR. What is their? Okay. So their is a possessive case of a pronoun called they. So let's try to understand what is meant by possessive case. See, you have I subjective, objective is me, and possessive case of I is either my or mine. And for we, it is our or ours. For you, it is your or yours. For they, it is their or theirs. For he, it is his or his. For she, it is her or hers. And for it, it is its. Okay, the possessive case is its. Try to learn the possessive cases of personal pronouns. This is important. So if you observe this sentence, you have got a subject here, that is each of these boys. Okay, and each of these boys is the subject, and it is the noun here, and the pronoun that is used to refer to each of these boys is their. Okay, so first understand, each of these boys is the noun which is singular or plural. Now you need to ask a question, is the noun is singular or plural? It is singular. And the pronoun that is used to refer to each of these boys is their, their. Is it singular or plural? This is plural. Okay, so each of these boys is not actually plural, it is singular. So when the noun is singular, it should actually be referred by a singular pronoun. అంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ బాయ్స్ అనేది సింగులర్ అనమాట. ఎందుకు సింగులర్ అవుతుంది అనే క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే, వై ఇస్ ఇట్ కన్సిడర్డ్ as సింగులర్? రిమెంబర్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ బీ కన్సిడర్డ్ as సింగులర్స్. ఓకే, బాయ్స్ is plural. Boys is plural, but boys is actually preceded by each. Okay, the rule here is, whenever a plural noun is preceded by either each or every, it should always be considered as singular. Okay, so plural nouns ముందు each కానీ every కానీ వస్తే అది ఎప్పుడు మనం సింగులర్లా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. సో ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ బాయ్స్ అనేది ఇక్కడ సింగులర్ అయింది. ఓకే, కాబట్టి దాన్ని రిఫర్ చేయడానికి మనం వాడేటువంటి ప్రొనౌన్ కూడా ఏమవ్వాలంటే సింగులర్ అవ్వాలి. కానీ మీరేం వాడారు దేర్ వాడారు. సో దేర్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ బాయ్స్ ఓకే షుడ్ బీ ఫాలోడ్ బై హిజ్, నాట్ దేర్. సో రూల్ నెంబర్ 2 is over. Now look at these examples. Each of the girls has completed their tasks. So girls is plural, but it is preceded by each, so it should be considered as singular. So the correct answer is, each of the girls has completed her tasks, not their tasks. The next one, each of the students has completed their tasks. Each of the students is plural, but it is preceded by each, so it should be considered as singular. Each of the students has completed his or her, because we have no clarity about the gender. When I say students include both boys and girls, so I should use his or her to refer to students. Done. Rule number 2, remember, each and every are always singulars. Next, point number 3. So question number 3, finally the director and principal put their signature on the document of promotions for the employees of the organization. See here again you have used their, which is a plural pronoun. So whenever you use a plural pronoun, it should be referring to plural noun. Now let us look at the noun that we have used here. The director and principal is the noun here. Is it singular or plural? Remember, the director and principal is singular because you have used only one definite article, the. So if you want to convert it into plural, it should be the director and the principal. So when you use two definite articles before every designation, you have got two designations here, and each designation is preceded by the, then it should be considered as plural. The director and principal, there is only one definite article, so it should be singular. The director and the principal, there are two definite articles used before two designations, so it should be considered as plural. So here the correct expression is, the director and principal put his signature, since the director and principal is singular. Remember, very very important, usage of the definite article the. Next one, question number 4. An agreement between two countries states that the PM or the defense minister should submit their proposals. So here again you have used their proposals, which is a plural pronoun. Okay, so now when we use a plural pronoun, the subject that we are referring to should also be plural. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మీకు ప్లూరల్ ప్రొనౌన్ ఏంటి, దేర్ ప్రపోజల్స్. ఇక్కడ మనం వాడిన సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏంటి, ద పిఎం ఆర్ ది డిఫెన్స్ మినిస్టర్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ యూస్డ్ ద పిఎం ఆర్ ద డిఫెన్స్ మినిస్టర్. రిమెంబర్, ఓఆర్ఆర్, whenever you use OR, the subject should be considered as singular, and if you use a and end, it should be considered as plural. The PM or the defense minister is singular, the PM and the defense minister is plural. Okay, so the PM or the defense minister should submit their proposals is wrong. It should be the PM or the defense minister should submit his proposal, since the PM or the defense minister is considered as a singular noun. Okay, Either the PM should submit his proposal or the defense minister should submit his proposal. Okay, done. Question number 5. After a long discussion, the jury finally submitted their proposal. Again, you have used THIR there, which is a plural pronoun. Now, what is this pronoun referring to? It is referring to the subject called jury. What is jury here? Is it singular or plural? Jury is a collective noun that can be used both as singular as well as plural. It can be used as a singular or a plural. Okay, it depends on the context. And when is it used as singular? When you consider jury or a collective noun as a single unit or to express a single idea or a thought, it should be considered as singular. For example, the jury gave its verdict. So that means it has given its judgment. When jury has given its judgment, you are referring to only one idea, judgment or thought. So jury is considered as a single unit here. But when I say the jury divided in their opinions, so here I am not referring to one idea. When I say opinions, I am referring to different ideas of jury members. They have got different ideas, different thoughts and different opinions. They do not have a single opinion here. So when you consider it as as a single unit, it should be considered as singular. When you are referring to different ideas or thoughts of a collective noun, it should be considered as plural. Here the jury submitted its proposal because it is considered as singular. Jury has done one task, and what is that task? It has submitted its proposal. Clear? Remember, very, very important. Next one. Question number 6. This is an easy rule. Hey, please, let he come. Remember, let is always followed by objective case pronouns, not subjective case. Let he, wrong. It should be let him. Let she, no, let she, wrong. Let her. Okay, let they, no, let them. Let them, let her, let him, let us. Let is always followed by objective case pronouns. You remember objective case pronouns, right? Look at this table. Here you have got objective pronouns. Me, us, you, them, him, her and it. These are all known as objective case pronouns. So here the correct answer is let him come. Question number 7. Ravi always feels inferior about his marks and often complains that his brother scores better than him. Remember, it's very, very easy to remember. Remember, look at these examples. She is cleverer than me. Wrong. You should never say she is cleverer than me. It should be she is cleverer than I. I am stronger than him. Wrong. It should be I am stronger than he. In our daily conversations, in our day-to-day conversations, in our spoken language, we use these expressions very commonly. We say, he is cleverer than me. No, it's not than me. It should be than I. Just remember, when you are making comparisons between two persons, you are supposed to use subjective cases, not objective cases. Fine. She is cleverer than me. Wrong. She is cleverer than I. Remember. So in that case, the correct answer here is his brother scores better than him. No, his brother scores better than he. Remember, you are supposed to use subjective cases after the comparison. Okay. Not objective cases. Easy. Next. Question number 8. America and South Korea, both the countries often fight with one another. It's also very easy. When you are referring to two, it should be each other. Okay. Between two, each other, and more than two is one another. Okay. So more than two is one another. For example, Ravi and Ramu always fight with each other, and more than two, these students always fight with one another. Here Ravi and Ramu, there are only two members, so they always fight with each other, and these students more than two always fight with one another. Easy rules. Next one. Question number 9. The girls which are leaving for Bombay should clear all dues before they vacate. So the girls is actually followed by which is actually known as relative pronouns. We have got two different types of relative pronouns. Who or that are actually used to refer to persons. Which or that is actually used to refer to things. Remember, who or that can be used to refer to persons. Which or that can be used to refer to things. Here, girls is persons. Girls is a person. Girl is a person, and you have used a pronoun called which that is actually used to refer to things. So which should be replaced by who here? The girls who are leaving or the girls that are leaving. I'll tell you the difference between who or the who and that later. Okay, it will be discussed in the next session. Next, question number 10. This is the book of that I told you. Remember, relative pronouns should never be preceded by prepositions. Prepositions are not used before relative pronouns. So this is the book of that is wrong. This is the book that I told you about. Done. Question number 11. He told me that they had wished him to drink with them, but which he had declined. Again, another rule, double conjunctions should be avoided. Okay, if you observe this statement, they had wished him to drink with them, but he declined. You can write either, like this, but he declined, or you can say they had wished him to drink with them, which he declined. Okay, you are supposed to avoid double conjunctions. Sometimes, unintentionally we use double conjunctions in our statements. We need to ensure that we are not using double conjunctions. You should avoid double conjunctions. It's not accepted. It sounds actually natural, but it's wrong. Next, he is such a horrible person who I always hate. Remember, such is always followed by that or as. Okay, such is always followed by that or as. He is such a horrible person as I always hate, or he is such a horrible person that I always hate. Okay, done. Question number 13. Anyone interested in flying planes can learn if you have access to a flight simulation machine. This is important. See here, what is the subject? Anyone is the subject. And now you have used a pronoun. What is the pronoun that you have used? You have used you, Y-O-U. And you have used you to refer to anyone. Okay, anyone, is it singular or plural? Remember, anyone, anybody, someone, somebody, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, all these pronouns should always be used as singulars. Okay, whenever you use singular nouns, okay, these pronouns as subjects, they should be followed by singular pronouns. Here you have used anyone as the subject in this statement, anyone interested. So anyone is singular. So if you want to refer to anyone again, you should be using a singular pronoun. But here you have used a plural pronoun called you. Anyone interested in flying planes can learn if he or she has access. Okay, not if you have access. This is wrong. Remember, anyone or the other pronouns that I have listed above should be followed by he or she, okay, or his or her if you are referring to possessive case. Fine, done. Question number 14. When one travels by air lahara, again you have used only one as the subject here. So when you use indefinite pronoun as the subject, it should be followed by he or she, not you. When one travels by air lahara, you often find, not you often find, he or she often finds. That is the correct expression. Now question number 15. We want the trainer to be him who has the best rapport knowledge about the subject and the most superior communication skills. Here the problem is with the link between who and the pronoun that is preceding who. Look at this part. We want the trainer to be him who. Now why have you used who here? You have used who to refer to. You have used who to refer to him. Okay, we want the trainer to be him who has the knowledge. We have used who to refer to him. Let's first try to understand how we use who. There is an example here. He who lives in Delhi is my friend. Okay, he who lives in Delhi is my friend. Now let me divide this statement into two parts. He is my friend who lives in Delhi. So what is who referring to? I have used who to refer to he. Okay, that means I can replace he with who. Okay, or I can replace who with he. So who lives in Delhi means who can be replaced with he. He lives in Delhi. Okay, who lives in Delhi? He lives in Delhi. So you need to understand here in this particular statement, he who lives in Delhi, who is used to refer to he. Okay, and same is the case here. Here in this statement, who is used to refer to him. Now what you need to see here is the case of him is correctly used or not. We want the trainer to be him who has the knowledge. Okay, so we have used who to refer to him. That means, okay, that means who can be replaced with or replaced by him. Who has the knowledge. That if I replace who with him, the statement would be like this: him has knowledge. So him has knowledge, is it right or wrong? Do we say like that? What is the verb here in this statement? Has is the verb. Something that comes before the has should be subject, not object. Him is the objective case pronoun. So that is wrong. It should be he. Okay. So we want the trainer to be he who has the best knowledge, who has the best rapport knowledge. That is the correct expression. Okay. Clear? So it's not him, it should be he. Done. So a quick review. There is a quick quiz for you. There are 2 questions. The principal advised the students to be careful. Try to answer these 2 questions before you stop this video. And thank you so much for listening. Please like, share and subscribe, and answer your questions and give your answers in the comment sections. Thank you, and see you in the next session.